Hi, everybody. So, hi guys. What I'm doing is I decided to do a little live to show a little bit the back scenes of what I do, and my channel is about restoration of Japanese tools, carpentry tools, and knives. So quite related to the Japanese traditions of blacksmithing. And let's say I like to enrich the videos and the concept of my channel with all the philosophy and culture that is behind Japanese tools and steel in particular. So, you know, from the culture, the way of the warrior, Bushido, what samurai used to follow, the principles. In this case, it all started with the concept of Wabi-Sabi, which is mostly about finding beauty in the imperfections. So, yeah, this is a little bit of a quick explanation. But yeah, send me some other question if you'd like. I'll try to answer all of them. I'll go back to sharpening. Just started raining. You probably see it from the live. So I might have to pause for a few minutes in a little while. not bad. Good, good relaxing.
Yeah.
So the moment I just changed the stone, I'm going for a finer grit. This is a Japanese natural stone. When I purchased it, I really fell in love with the shapes that nature created. These natural stones are a sediment of a clay mixture. So the medium where the sharpening material molecules are embedded in is clay that gets compressed over millennia and creates these very beautiful patterns. There's very different color, shapes, grits. But yeah, this really reminds me of you know, all the depictions of Japanese hills and prints of the countryside over there. I've never been, haven't been yet. I will at some point. But yeah, one of my favorite stones. By the way, the step I'm doing now is called thinning. So this particular knife is a knife that I got, and I discovered is made from Tojiro, which is a company that is still operating at the moment, and it was made in the 90s. I buzzed them in on Instagram, and they confirmed that the blade was made by them, and yeah, kind of curious. I'm trying to recover it in a natural way, so I'm not trying to bring it as it was when it was brand new. I'm using seawater, so you might see this green green pattern over here. I'm not sure whether you can notice it, but I clean a little bit the surface, and now while I'm sharpening is oxidizing, so it's creating a beautiful patina over it, and this is because of seawater. It's a high carbon steel, and we'll see at the end of the sharpening whether I'll decide to keep it or not. Probably I'll rather than you discovering it now, I would invite you to get to the channel, subscribe, and watch the video that I will publish in a few days. So yeah. The name of the stone, I don't remember exactly the name because there's so many. I think there's over, I don't know, I would say probably over 100 plus different type of names, and I'm not very familiar with all the names difference. I know there's categories, subcategories, but yeah, the natural stones that you see, I have a few more at the back. They're all Japanese natural stones. So I got them all from Japan, from trusted sources over there. I don't know if you can read Japanese. There is some paint markings at the back. Yeah, they're actually mostly disappeared. Sorry, but yeah. Interesting stone. I have, by the way, I have the handle that is mostly made, and I still need to finish to polish it and so on. But yeah, this will be pretty much the look of the knife in the end. Something to see on the video on how the handle was made, what type of timbers. I'll put some information in the descriptions. So yeah, look for it. Yeah, you're right. In fact, in this case, the step where I'm at is already sort of the end of the thinning process. As you can see, I got the first part of the bevel cleaned up by the pitting and reshaped the arch for this blade so that it swivels properly when cutting. So the actual main part of the thinning is completed, I would say. What I'm doing now, I'm trying to get the rough markings out. So I'm basically at the second step, and then I will go even with a finer grit, polishing the white paper steel of this knife. After that, after I'm happy with the stage of the blade, I will do the second slight bevel, just because this is a particularly thin knife and will be for home. So with family and kids around, you can't make it hyper sharp. This would be something really scary to use. Part of the technique I'd like to use is to use, I'm not really sure whether you would know what this stone is. This is another natural Japanese stone. It's much softer and a bit coarser. So for this second step, I like to basically erode a little bit of this stone onto this harder one, and use the bigger grit of this one to sort of transition to the final one. So I'm seeing now that as you mentioned, is a little bit sort of not gritty enough. So I'll go and try to increase the grit so that I can work better on the steel. You can see all the slurry that is created. This will help with the sharpening now. Thanks, man. I'm glad you like the videos, really. And on the tool beyond the recovery, not at this stage. Again, I haven't started too long ago. I have a couple of tools in my current collection that are potentially beyond the recovery. I'm not entirely sure, but and this brings up an interesting point. What do we mean beyond recovery? Because in some ways, beyond recovery for me would be interpreted in a way that it's either that the tool is snapped in half, and obviously, you know, if for instance a knife snaps towards the tip, you can change slightly the shape and recover it, modifying it and making it a slightly different shape, or a fun shape in a way, even if it's less conventional. Obviously, if it snaps close to the ferrule, that would be beyond recovery. It happened to me that I snapped a knife beyond recovery. It was one of the first one before I started this channel, and I was trying to straighten it up, and the body was really too stiff. Probably wasn't even a high carbon cladded steel, so yeah, it just gave way, and it snapped 3/4 through the blade. So that wasn't a pretty experience. But yeah, otherwise, I guess what I was trying to say is that some people might think that a tool beyond recovery is a fully rusted tool that has created a surface that is not really aesthetical anymore, is not user-friendly, the pitting might look too deep, and to some extent for some tools that could be true. But yeah, I really love the concept of Wabi-Sabi, that is a little bit the guidance for my channel, because it's really a journey of discovering, you know, when you Google it, when you research, the first thing that you get is discovering beauty in the imperfections. But there is a guy that also has a YouTube channel that explains it really well. If you want to check it out, the channel is called Zen to Manabi, and he explains Wabi-Sabi really well, and it's a deeper level of finding the beauty in the imperfections, because it's not just about the imperfection itself and making it look pretty, or interpreting that imperfections as the pretty spot on something. It's more personal, in a sense that life is in itself imperfect in many aspects, but only by accepting the fact that it is imperfect, so in a way not necessarily fighting those imperfections, but accepting them, embracing them, and make them yours, you can find the beauty. So in other words, you can be happy to live your life accepting what is less perfect. If something goes wrong, instead of being mad, you look at it in a different way and try to find why did that happen, and try to find the beautiful aspect of it, or what type of growth can bring you. So in that sense, that's the beauty of the process as well. And as I was saying, yeah, you see how, have a look at this, the experience that this knife is going through is taking the patina to a deeper level. You can see more and more green, starting to show a little bit of rustiness to it. So yeah, this is a bit what the channel is about. So guys, I'll say bye now, and I'll keep filming for these next videos. This will be quite interesting, simple, but there will be some interesting clues. But some really exciting videos are ahead. I have a few collaborations ahead with some of the bigger ones, and it will be a real deep dive into some of Japan's areas as well of knife making. So stay tuned. We'll work on beautiful stuff in the next few weeks. So yeah, share with your friends if you think they would enjoy these videos. Go check the channel out, and see you next time. Ciao.